going on, everybody? Dogman Dan here. We are in Warframe. Now we have the first official update for Specters of the Rail. First official update. Up till now, it's all been hotfixes and some stuff good, some stuff not so good. First official update. Let's get to the big stuff here in the beginning, then we'll go through all the changes and fixes here partway through. So, first off, full disclosure. Okay, new items that came out. The Helicor, the Techoo collection, and the Zyphos skins are all given to Day 1 Access members, media groups, those people, fan channels that are involved in the early program for review purposes. So let's just take a quick look at everything. And then, of course, I'll have some gameplay on this Helicor down the road. But first off, let's see what it looks like. There you go. What's interesting about this is it does perform codex scans on a fatal strike, but it does require you to have equipped codex scanner and available codex charges. Now keep in mind, it just says codex scanner. It doesn't say synthesis scanner. So I don't know that you could use the synthesis scanner stuff. Scans, you may be able to. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet as of this part. That does look pretty funky. I'll tell you that. It does look pretty funky. I like the handle and all on it. A nice impact weapon. I actually like impact. It looks like we've got, from looking at these stats, a decent critical chance on here to work with. So the numbers could play pretty well. There's not much of a status chance in here. So you're building impact, critical chance. Probably end up using body count and those types of mods to increase that critical as much as you can. I don't know personally if this is an issue with people just not using codex scans or scanning and actually accessing the codex and working on the lore system, if you will, that they put that in there as like a secondary little thing to the weapon. I don't know. But you can buy it with platinum for 160. It looks like you can buy it with platinum for 160. Okay, obviously you'd still be able to get it somewhere. Most likely, I haven't looked yet, so it may come from somewhere. Somebody leave a comment below. I haven't looked as to see where it actually drops. Okay, the Techoo skins. These are pretty awesome looking. So the Forged by Masters and the Techoo School of Weaponsmiths. Let's see, what does it look like? Veritux, Ballistica, Galantine, Imperator, Orthos, Tigris, Vectis. Oh, damn! You want to take a look at a couple of these? We'll go take a look at like the Galantine, the Tigris, the Vectis, Orthos. We'll take a look here in a second at some of those before we get into everything else. Let's see here. So here's your new skins. The Hanapia skin. That's pretty funky looking. I like the design of it. Obviously, you'd have to change the colors. I'm not much on those colors. The Ifrit skin. Ooh. Flames in space. Yeah. That's pretty funky, actually. I like that one. I may have to change my ship to that one. And maybe mess around with the colors a little bit. So you'll probably see it in some gameplay video. Anyway, so that's what's there. Let's take a look at a couple of these, and then we'll take a look at the new weapon as well, just so we can take a look at it and see what it comes with in terms of basic stuff here. So let's just run over here before we get into all these changes. All right, equip, Helicor, 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 Helicor. That's Goldilocks, by the way. Goldilocks. My second Cavet just happened to be the other kind that I needed, so now I have both. Anyway, moving back to what we were looking at. So there's this thing. It comes with a V slot, V polarity as that thing, so you can go with Crushing Ruin will be your standard stance for this particular weapon. Crushing Ruin, that is your stance. Aerial attacks with crowd control combos versus Shattering Storm with the high impact combos. I don't remember which one I like better, but I guess I'll find out soon enough, right? But I'm thinking, obviously, you know, you look at your basic stuff, right? So this is just some basics. Nothing stays permanent here, guys. You'd probably want to go primed heavy fury. That's just me, since it's all impact, or primed heavy trauma. Primed heavy fury. Okay. Since I haven't fully maxed that up, it's at 120%. Let's see. Where is my regular? I can't spell today. My regular pressure points is why use 2 extra points when I don't need to. Okay. We get that in there. Let's just take a quick look here without getting too many thoughts into it. Where are you at? True Steel is my critical chance. Right. Where are you? Organ Shatter is my critical damage. So we're at 40% there with a 3.8 multiplier. Now with this guy, I definitely am looking at, say, body count with Blood Rush. So you did body count. Well, let's just take a look and see what this would. Take that off of there for a minute. Not worried about that. I'm just looking at the critical stuff, right? With the Blood Rush in here. So you got that 3.8 multiplier. Your base's critical chance is now 40%. With your Blood Rush and your body count on there, 12% or 12 seconds max body count combo, and whatever your Blood Rush is, this thing is just gonna insane whatever you do, no doubt about it. So that's probably the way to go. I'll probably mess around with some things a little bit. Obviously, impact heavy in here. I'm going to need either Berserker for the critical, which is probably the easiest way to go to keep your speed up. A simple Berserker mod. And then maybe I would go Life Strike possibly. We'll see how I play around with it a little bit. Obviously, you know, if I were to put that, I mean, 615 impact damage is pretty good for me. Remember, your basic damage too does help out with your critical damage. So there is that. Anyway, let's get out of this. Let's go look and play around a little bit here and try this bad boy out while I talk about the other changes that are going on. Alright, some changes here. Quick ones. Yeah. Glaive Prime, Bow Prime, PBR treatment. Improve the stability on some of the 32-bit systems. So if you're still running 32-bit Windows, though without a discrete graphics card, this isn't going to help you. Just FYI, you have to have at least a discrete graphics card at this point. Otherwise, you just could get to the point you can't play the game. I mean, you got to keep up somehow. Improve the camera positioning during Arcwing melee attacks. We'll see about that. I have to play this Arcwing. Haven't done it yet. Adjusted Arcwing camera, so we'll see how this plays out. I'll follow that up in a video, I'm sure. And also the function of auto-leveling your Warframe view in Arcwing. Auto-level now only triggers when moving, as opposed to being stationary. We'll see how that changes things. I don't know that that's really what I want. I still want to be able to turn this function on and off and decide for myself if I want the 6 degrees of bull or if I want to do it the old school way. And I think that's ultimately the way it should be. We should have an option, and many people thought of that when I was speaking about it last time. We should have an option in the menu to be able to choose which way we want to play it. It's that simple. Cooldown on trial rewards now resets at midnight UTC time, which is the standard reset time for logins, standing cap refreshes, etc. So they are no longer tied to individual trial completion times. And hopefully that makes things better for you. So whatever the daily login reset time is for you in your country or whatnot, this is now tied to it like everything else, which is the way it should have been originally. Tweak some of the pet behavior logic related to cloaking and targeting. This should sort out some of the targeting issues for Kubros and Cavats, whatever, where they would become targetable when leaving their stealth state, but were still visibly cloaked by the player ability. Couple Conclave changes. I'm not huge on Conclave. Conclave mod. Emergent Aftermath can no longer be used with effective sniper rifle. Reduce the duration of Buzzlock's alt-fire projectile. Slightly increase the damage of the Lato Vandal. Increase the blocking percentage of Silva and Aegis. Fix the crash that would occur in Conclaves. Some quick fixes as well. It's not a big update, but it's an update. You know, we'll take it. Fixed end of mission screen persisting when transitioning between trial missions and causing a prog stopper as per a forum post. I got Forma on my mind. That's all I keep getting with my relics is Forma, while everybody else is getting the good stuff. Even when I use a Radiant relic, I get the lowest end reward. Fix the Orthos icon in the market. Progression stopping bug when attempting to scan Cephalon fragments as per another forum post. So they fixed that. They fixed key-based missions, so Derelict, Law of Retribution, etc., always appearing as incomplete. Fixed lower rank syndicate tiles, appearing in descriptions of high rank syndicate missions. Go figure. So something like Rescue Mission Crusader would be displayed instead of Rescue Mission Maxim, whatever you want to call it. Fixed when fighting an Arctic Exims. The enemy inside the bubble won't take damage from any gun or melee until the bubble outside was popped. Ooh, God mode for the AI. Sorry. Fixed incorrect camera positioning when attempting to pet your cat. Okay. Fix failing a Void Fisher sabotage mission when reaching extraction and choosing your reward with less than 15 seconds left. So you could actually fail if you had less than 15 seconds left on a sabotage Fisher. Figure that out. Fix the title issue in the Void Relic selection screen. Fix not being able to invite people to your squad after initiating a junction node and canceling it. Little fixes are a big thing here. I'm seeing some stuff that were not a lot of fixes, but I'm seeing things that functionally were broken and are actually getting addressed. So that's a good way to go. Fixed joining a Void Fisher mission in progress and seeing previously dropped reactant with objective markers on them. And fixed enemies appearing to run in place like they are slipping on ice after your cat has used Pounce. Interesting. So, not a big update, like I said, but we're seeing some changes that are actually affecting the game actually get resolved. It doesn't resolve everything, but we're seeing some bigger bugs that would be game-breaking bugs because you couldn't actually finish something, or you couldn't move forward with a particular mission, progression issues. So that's always a good thing. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you soon.